Hey guys, it's Amos, also known as Quartervore here, and today I'm going to be covering 3 basic rotation you can pull off whether you're playing in a team environment or you're playing solo. Now the first basic rotation I'll cover is actually the turtle or lord rotation. So turtle and lord spawn on one half of the map at random after a specific point of the game. So these objectives actually provide a lot to the team that captures them. So because of that, it is very common when you look at professional games where the teams just rotate 4 to 5 members towards or near these objectives when it is up. Now that is the idea of rotations. Movements on the map to basically grant you an advantage over the opponents, perhaps through numbers, to be able to capture an objective without much threat or without much risk. Now to be able to pull off a good turtle or lord rotation, just have to take note of 2 points. One is the timing of it, in which your team is ready to capture or to contest an objective. Now the second point to take note of is actually how to do it. So if you're in the opposite lane of lord or turtle, when your team is ready to capture it, I want you to move into the mid lane instead of staying at the side lane that is totally far away from your team. That will grant you the ability to clear out the lane, at the same time be able to watch over your teammates' back if opponents were to collapse on them at the objective. So in this short clip here, we will see what is an example turtle rotation where we have all players on the map. If you can see, Jungle actually rotating from the opposite lane of turtle to the mid lane so that he is nearer to the team when they are taking turtle. At the same time, the bottom 4 is already in position to take the turtle, and because of that, this is a very good turtle rotation example where we can see 5 players taking down the turtle in the fastest time possible before moving on with the rest of the game. Now the second basic rotation you can do is called the tower rotation. As the name suggests, this is a rotation and movement from your team to capture and destroy the enemy tower. Now this is very important because towers in this game are extremely powerful. They can really shoot for a huge amount of damage, and because of that, more often than not, you can only capture them after killing the opponent in the lane and having a numbers advantage. Now you just have to observe the same 2 things, which is timing as well as the lane that you are in. So timing is basically when your team is ready and healthy in terms of health, they have their abilities up and they want to go to a lane to capture the tower. If it's mid lane, easy, you can perhaps have just 1 player in the side lane, whereas the rest, 4 of them can rotate to the mid lane to take the tower. However, if it's in the side lane, what you want to observe and make sure is that you are never in the opposite side lane as the team when they're pushing the objective. Because most of the time, the opponent team will be doing the same thing on the opposite side of the map, so it's better for you to cover the mid lane and prevent yourself from dying, for no reason at all. Now the following clip will demonstrate and show you what an example tower pushing rotation looks like. So in this clip here, if you observe on the side of blue team, Granger and Uranus is trying to push down the bottom tower from red team. And as you can see, Angela and Rafaela has rotated such that they have 4 members against 2 in the bottom lane. Because of the numbers advantage, they were able to take down the opponents and slowly push down the towers. While on the opposite side of the map, red team is trying to take the turtle. The 4 members on the blue side decided that it is also a timing and opportunity for them to take another tower down in the bot lane. The third and final rotation that is basic that you have to learn is rotating for jungle invades and team fights. Now this rotation is very important, especially when it comes to timing, because unlike the previous 2 rotations where you rotate when everyone is ready, jungle invades and team fights sometimes are unpredictable and can happen anytime. And basically, rotations for this is very simple. As soon as you see the fight break out, start rotating. It doesn't matter your lane state, it doesn't matter if the opponent is pushing your lane. Rotating to the team fight, winning the team fight, you'll get a team advantage. Whereas the opponent guy who stays in lane to push your tower will not get much of a team advantage, but an individual advantage. With time, you will realize that the more you rotate for team fights, the more you rotate for jungle invades, your team will just snowball the game out of control, even if you do not destroy or just beat the enemy laner in a 1 versus 1. Now in this short clip, we are about to see what it looks like for a team to rotate into a jungle for a team fight or jungle invade. So if you can see on the blue team here, they're invading into the enemy team red jungle and taking down Baxia, followed by Ranger, because they rotated faster, ignoring their lane waves just to get the priority rotation into the jungle to kill off and get an advantage in the enemy jungle. Now, as you can tell, having good team rotation is not an individual effort, but a team effort, as well as the ability of understanding what to do at what time, how many members or resource to allocate on the map to committing to a single objective, whether it is Eternal Lord, or whether it's a tower, or whether it's just a jungle fight to get a mini advantage right from the early game. So simply get your team down to practice these team rotations in a team game, and with time, practice, as well as a little bit of experience, all of you will be able to consistently pull this off, and this will soon become a habit that can also play a great advantage for your team in the competitive play.